Hi, my name is Elea and I live in Altea, a small town in the coast of Alicante in Spain. I wanted to introduce myself and explain why I'm starting this account to present my project, NourishMum. I work the vast majority of my career in the world of advertising and public relations. I worked in an advertising agency working for international brands. When I needed a change, I decided to create my own business. And let's say the things didn't turn out as I wanted. So I had to stop my business, but I learned lots in the way, so I don't regret a thing. After that, I worked in a small company as the marketing director in their department of marketing and communications. The arrival of maternity changes my world, my life, and my priorities, and I decided to leave the demanding marketing jobs to be a mama. Since then, one of the things that caused me more stress is feeding well my family. Maybe because these days we know how important is what we eat and how that can affect in our health, not just physically, but also mentally. Nutrition is a subject that has been interesting to me since I was quite young, maybe because I was a little bit overweight by then. That made me try different diets, also make a lot of courses, and follow different nutritionists of different schools. The vast quantity of information we have about this in the internet, and sometimes information that is contradictory, can be very overwhelming. And especially for me, I tend to be quite perfectionist, so that's a bad thing when you want to get into action, because you feel like you are never prepared enough, or you need to learn more and more and more, and you never do anything. Anyway, one day I decided to stop, relax, and do all the best I can every day. So today the best I can, and tomorrow try to be a bit better, and like that. And I think it's a bit the way to excellence, that you try to be a little bit better every day. And that is my approach now. To feed my family, I try to cook real food. For real food, I mean like fresh food, like meat, fish, vegetables, fruit, legumes, and all in the form that you will find in nature, let's say. I try to avoid as much as possible packed food, and if I can't, I try to read very well the labels, so their ingredients are as natural as possible and as little as possible. And I try to run fast from all those with like a never-ending list of things that half of them I don't know what they are. For example, one thing I do buy is preserved tomatoes. So I read and I try, if I can find a brand that just have in the ingredient tomato, I go for that one. Tomato and salt is also acceptable, or even citric acid, which is a preservative, will be acceptable, I think, as well. If you are also worried about feeding your family, here is your place. In NourishMum, I'm trying to make like a recipe book or recipe account. And in here I'm trying to put all the very nourishing recipes that are cooked in a traditional way, and age-old tricks that are going to change your life. They are absolutely amazing, and I'm sure that you haven't thought of them. If all this can help you and be of value to you, I will be very happy. In the meantime, I will try to keep learning while I go this way, and I'm sure that little changes will be the best for our family's health and well-being. Would you like to join me?